Alright, y'all, the Houston Astros head to Seattle for a very important series. The Seattle Mariners are chasing a wild card spot against the A's and the Red Sox, who have lost 4 players to the COVID IL. So right now is the time for the Mariners to try to capitalize on that. The Astros have trimmed their lead by 1 game yesterday after losing to the Rangers and the A's beating the Yankees, which in my opinion, it's a small price to pay for the Yankees losing. Nobody likes the Yankees at all. But let's get into this one. And let's get into what we should watch out for today. The 2 players that you should watch out for in the Houston Astros are Correa and Yuli, who have both put up some pretty good numbers against Chris Flexen. If you look at their expected batting average, Yuli has been putting up the contact that he needs to be putting up, but he has not been getting the results. He's been getting a little bit unlucky, but luck eventually will run out somehow. So let's see if tonight's the night that it does run out. Jordan is the only player in the Houston Astros lineup with a home run off Chris Flexen, and it was a bomb. But the Astros pop off anytime. The more at-bats you give them, the more home runs they're going to hit. That's the natural law. So we'll see what happens tonight. Let's see if Jordan could do it again. He's 1 for 2 off Chris Flexen with 1 absolute bomb. The Astros have to contain, not Corey Seager. Corey Seager sucks. Kyle Seager, because Kyle Seager has been just killing the Astros his whole career. And if you guys remember, the last time Luis Garcia pitched in a series opener in Seattle, he gave up a 3-run bomb to Kyle Seager, and the Houston Astros blew an 8-1 lead. So the Astros cannot let history repeat itself here. Granted, we have Graveman now, not them, so that helps a lot. But the players you need to watch out for on the Seattle side are J.P. Crawford and Kyle Seager, who have put up good contact against Luis Garcia in their careers. To contain J.P. Crawford, you got to throw up and in with a fastball. It sounds wrong, especially since Brooks Raley hit J.P. Crawford last time we were in Seattle. But an up and in fastball is how you're going to contain him. He has a lot of whiffs, and he has not done well in the up and in quadrant. And he has not done well against the four-seam fastball this season if you look at his run value. If you look at Kyle Seager, his run value is super low off of sliders. And Luis Garcia has a good slider. You just got to go down and away with it, which is weird because Luis Garcia is a righty. So, it's not going to be as effective to Kyle Seager because he's a lefty. But according to the zones, Kyle Seager does horrible against sliders, and he does horrible on pitches down and away. But other than that, the Mariners can honestly do whatever, because once you come back from a 7-run deficit against a team, there's really no game plan. You just do whatever you want, because that's how you beat them last time. You just did whatever you wanted, especially when you have Toro now, because Toro has been killing it as a Mariner. We got to see the Astros can contain him. Last time we faced Toro in Seattle, Toro hit a home run in each game. One was a pinch hit home run off of Ryan Presley. Now, granted, none of those home runs had a high hit probability, but it still needs to be mentioned, and we still got to contain Abraham Toro somehow. Kalenic has not been very good this season in general, but he has been hot as of late, so he needs to carry his momentum if the Mariners want to win, because he's a top prospect. He has a talent. He just needs to prove it, and we'll see. I hope he doesn't prove I'm an Astros fan, but yeah. And then as for Flexen, gotta contain Yuli, because your luck will run out, and you don't want it to run out tonight. You don't want it to ever run out, but eventually it's gonna run out, and you have to prepare for when it does run out. Because look at this hit right here. This had an 80% hit probability, but it was an easy line out for the right fielder. So we'll see. If that hits a gap, that's an easy double. It just depends on what Yuli does tonight, and Flexen has to be prepared for the worst against Yuli Gurriel. I'm a classic man.